Hello friends. February the 11th, these are historic times we're in. I tell you, these days right now will be remembered in history books. This is a great opening. We're just experiencing the great disclosure, I would call it. Really the one we have been waiting for so long. This is finally happening, and it is Saturn and Nessus in conjunction, which seems to be kind of at the center of this energy. What it means is Saturn is the one which is detaining, bringing into full light of day recognition Nessus, that is all the pathological behaviors, patterns, you name it, they are brought into. It's like Saturn is pulling off the invisibility cloak on all of that all at once. Now it's not just the Saturn Nessus conjunction which has been most exact today. Nessus here 1812, Saturn here 1812 here at this degree. It's much more than that. This is just kind of the key ingredient. The other ingredient, the big one, was Mercury's superior conjunction just a couple days earlier, which is when Mercury comes into the 2-month phase of releasing. It has been building up, so to say, for 2 months, traveling from in between Sun and Earth over to the other side of the Sun, and now is this is comparing to a full moon when the release fully begins in hexagram 49 revolution. This is just a little detail, adds to the explosivity of the whole thing, I guess. And then yes, I mean, there's so much going on here in this chart alone. The moon here when Mercury was exactly at the top, which means this is the moment of full release into the collective sphere. And first of all, it's in the 10th house, up on the meridian over Earth's dividing line between east and west at the 0 meridian. Super important place on our planet at all times to watch for. Whatever is happening in that zenith position is definitely gaining great visual exposure, being recognized and seen by everyone. The moon here, as I say, very powerful in Cancer, an emotional sign, so it's really about getting to feel what is going on with Hades, the deepest, the darkest, the most difficult, and Kronos, the highest, the greatest potentials. So all at once, the moon here in between, also with Mars, which gives it that a punch, the courage to cut through whatever is rotten here in the state of Denmark, as they say. So the real recognition of what's going on is in this overlay of the two charts we were just looking at. Now inside I have the Mercury superior conjunction, which is really the moment when literally the tap was opened, when things are starting to flood out into the collective system. And then when Saturn and Nessus had their exact conjunction, that was actually a day earlier. It kind of prepared the state of what would come. But you see there the Sun is exactly at the center of this Mercury superior chart, and the moon is on the ascendant. Very clear that the Saturn-Nessus conjunction is worn on the sleeve, you could say, of the Mercury activation. The Sun here 1935, the Moon 25-23. See, they come exactly to the major axes. So this is really bringing that energy into full recognition of capturing all that is wrong, all that is rotten, all that is poison, really, that is part of Nessus' story. Actually, the centaur was killed finally, but then whoever was contaminated with its blood was basically, that was a death sentence too. So it's really a very dark figure in the centaur family. Now, another interesting detail is this Saturn-Nessus conjunction global chart is very much in resonance with the American nation's base chart, the Declaration of Independence. You see also the 3rd degree of Libra here. Interesting that Venus is down here. So it's all for the better. That is the basic tenor with this position, and the same is naturally true for the American nation. It's all for the better. This whole disclosure, revelations has to come. It's part of the process. Yes, it's definitely not the most favorable and easy time to pass through, but it's important. Now, there's one more thing which, let me see, what is my next chart, right? This is the midpoints. Yeah, we don't want to go too deep into this. Just saying, I just this much I want to share. 21, 22, that is the midpoint, focal point, how the nation's energy meets with that Saturn-Nessus conjunction's energy, and this is naturally the place where the Sun and Mercury and Ceres are in these transit charts. So it's again a double whammy. It's really out in the open, in the public field. It can't be prevented any longer. All what was called conspiracies is now to be coming clean in a way that it was definitely not a conspiracy. It was absolute fact. It was just by these media who were all financed or bribed, I should say, by the US aid, that biggest scandal of all. I guess you must have heard that one. This is really rippling out in all directions. Yes, I could say so many things. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction here is definitely a key here in the 6th house. It is about really entering whole new territory of healing, of integration, also with the lunar node here in the 6th house of this combined chart. One particular planet I have not really been talking about yet is Sedna, which had its station into direct motion just today, actually. Let me see if I have the chart open. No, I don't have it here, but I thought I should really add this quickly because this is another real key factor of what's going on right now. Just bear with me one sec, and then here we have it. So this was, you see here, this Setna moved backwards here for the last several months, and this is now Setna's first station back to direct motion in Gemini, fully in the sign of Gemini. It will be in this sign for the next 20 plus years. Setna is opening the vault of the underworld, of all the hidden secrets which it has stored in its deep memory systems of 11,000+ years of material being piled up to now being brought back into for processing, so to say. An interesting detail here is when Setna turned direct, the moon was at 8 degrees 08, and that's where Mars was pretty dead on, exact in the same spot in the heliocentric chart of that moment. So again, that Moon-Mars combination, which we have seen so many times, also with Mars in geocentric still being in Cancer for quite a while. So this is really grinding deep into the fabric of our society, because it goes back to our ancestors, and in that sense also carries forward into the future. This is a generational cleanup process of big proportions we are in right now. Let me see, I have one more thing lined up here for you which I wanted to share, which was right, this one here. Okay, this is yet another aspect of what's going on right now that again adds the historic moment we are celebrating right now. This is the human design for the planetary positions right now, and Mercury actually has just activated here channel 30. That is the chart I have here. Pluto already has been occupying 41. This is this is Neptune. No, this is now the North Node in 36, and this is Jupiter, which just came in. So let me see once more to show you Jupiter here, Neptune, and now the lunar node, as I said, which is now in hexagram 36. So what does this mean here? These are collectively activated channels. These are of the sensing circuit, which is all about emotions and the processing of emotions. This is recognition, that first leg here from the root, which is a pressure center. So it's the understanding that which 41 brings, decrease, defeat, that we are really having problems. That is the big revelation here, and Mercury now brings light into this, so it's a true recognition of what is going on. Whereas this channel here will only be active for about a week or so, as long as Mercury is in these degrees, up to 00730 in Pisces, right? On the other hand, this channel, which is crisis inducing progress. That is, it is in one nutshell, crisis that is 36 darkening of the light, where the lunar nodes are now in, bring that really into the forefront, how dark it is really on this planet, considering all the deceptions and the illusions and the false reporting and you name it. And Jupiter comes in and says, thank you, I take this and run, and I will give you whole new ideas of what's possible, where we can go with this, what we can do out of this. This channel will be active till early April, so this is a time of great opportunity of catching the moment and translating it into action, which is forward looking and forward thinking. Anyway, I really wanted to quickly share this with you because we are really in historic times, and it's important to know it's worth going through the difficult phases. It's worth cutting through to something better, and the only way we can do this really is help each other to come clear, to come clean, to forgive also, and to reintegrate, because in the end we're all human beings, we're all in this together. We have to work together, we have to understand that we play different roles in this drama, which the end result is really what we have to keep in mind, which is the great unification into a whole new, much higher frequency band. And we will all be able to accomplish that together if we go in humility, and the other side naturally is the great visions we hold of what is potentially possible. Thank you so much for being here. Love you all. Bye bye.